Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So the first part to this video didn't get as many views and didn't get any likes at all either. And no one asked for a part 2 either. But it's my channel, okay? I can do whatever I want with it. And because of that, I even started doing all the concepts for part 3. Look, you get a sneak peek. Here's with Freddy. But if part 3 flops like really badly, then that might be the last episode. I won't do a part 4. But I don't know, I'll see. But enough of all that, let's get right into the concepts. So I know that 8-inch Golden Freddy plush already got revealed a while ago, and I did make a video on that. But the thing is, I actually made this concept like literally a day before the plush was revealed. So instead of going over the changes I made to the original Freddy, I'm just gonna compare it to the official one, and I think I got pretty close with it. I think the only things I got wrong was the colors. I think I made him too golden. I mean, his name is Golden Freddy, but he's like a gold yellow color. He's just like a normal yellow color. And I think I made his cheeks pop out a little too much, but maybe that's just Jazwares quality control. So whenever there's a company that makes FNaF plushies, literally none of them dare to lay their hands on Endo 1 or any of the endoskeletons at all. And to be honest, that kind of makes sense since they're not really that interesting. They're just the skeletons of the animatronics. I don't think there's any like demand for them. And it's not just plushies, like the endoskeletons never even get any merch at all. It's only like a very few amount of endoskeleton merch. And literally all the endoskeleton merch I'm showing you right now is all they've ever gotten. So here's what I came up with. So for his arms and legs, I just reused Nightmare Foxy's legs since they're already exposed endo legs. So I figured Jazwares could easily just reuse them for the limbs. And I also forgot to mention earlier, but for the body, there's also a lot of details on it, which is probably why companies skip him when it comes to plushies. Because there's going to be a lot of detail added to the plush, and it might make it a bit cluttered. And another thing is, he's extremely skinny. Like, I feel like it's even more skinny than a marionette. So I think this is also why many companies skip him as a plush. So if they made him chunky, it would look a bit off. I mean, Funko made the marionette chunky, but I don't think it looked that bad. But for Endo 1, it would have looked a bit off. And yes, I know I made him chunky, but I mean, that's what Jazwares does. Their plushies are more like chunky than Funkos. So what else could they really do? And for the Endo's head, I feel like it would probably be made similar to how the Minecraft plushies are, since their heads are also cube shaped. And I feel like it's definitely possible that Jazwares will make Endo 1 into a plushie, because he's already part of the Endo series figures, which is one of Jazwares' best selling FNaF merch. So yeah, I feel like Jazwares would definitely one day make Endo 1 into a plushie. So Stuffed Freddy is a similar case to the endoskeletons, where he doesn't get as much merch, but thing is, he has less merch than them. Like, he only has one piece of official merchandise, and it's a freaking Bioworld backpack. And it literally looks too small to be an actual backpack, and it's not even accurate. I swear, Bioworld's making too many crappy backpacks. So here's what I came up with. So I didn't change too much from the original Freddy. I just gave him a mouth, since his mouth is pretty open, and I added the eyeballs popping out, and I basically just put on the same withering as Nightmare Freddy does. However, I don't think this one would actually be made into an official plush, cause I don't know if a child is gonna want to snuggle with a plush that's depicted to have a rotting corpse inside of it. You know, now that I think about it, maybe that's why Bioworld didn't add the bloodstains or the withering. just the eyes popping out. And I can already imagine there was some parents who bought their kids a stuffed Freddy backpack thinking that Freddy's eyes were popping out. But in reality, it was a night guard's eyes popping out of their eye sockets. But just imagine the amount of pain the night guard must have been in when he was getting stuffed inside that suit.
I'm Freddy Fazbear. I'm gonna get you and I'm gonna make you scared. I'm Freddy Fazbear. Better close the doors or you're
So I feel like it's gonna take a while for Jazwares to release Retro Sequel of the Mimic, since there was a leak a while ago of the future waves for Jazwares plushies. Because after Special Wave 1, we're apparently gonna get a Sessa location wave, which would be Wave 5. And after Wave 5, it would be another FNaF World wave, I think, which would be Wave 6. And then Wave 7 would be a FNaF 3 wave. And apparently it would release around the time FNaF 3 releases. And then Wave 8 would be a Security Breach wave. So I feel like either Waves 9 or 10 would be a Secret of the Mimic wave. But then again, there's like literally no merch for Secret of the Mimic besides the Hex plushies. So yeah, for you Secret of the Mimic fans, you might have to wait a while for any new merch to appear in stores. Now let's take a look at my concept for Jackie. So out of all of the concepts I've made throughout this channel for Jazwares FNaF plushies, this is probably one of the most complicated ones for me, probably because the head shape was entirely different and all the features changed drastically throughout the other ones, because the other ones were at least like animal based animatronics, but Jackie is like a freaking clown and has no animal shape features on her. And especially the muzzle on her too, it's extremely long but also really skinny, so that's gonna be a different change from Jazwares. And the body is pretty much the same as the other Jazwares plushies. However, I didn't draw Jackie in her box because I feel like if Jazwares put her inside of her box, it would look out of place with the other plushies. Nurse Dolly is a similar case with Jackie, where I had to change the head shape a lot. And if Nurse Dolly ever gets made into a Jazwares plush, I would be curious on how they would make her hair, because characters like Circus Baby and Blur, they have smooth hair, so it wouldn't be too hard, but Nurse Dolly has like crazy hair, so I wonder how they would do all that. And if Jazwares made Nurse Dolly before Nedbear, this would be their first plushie that has a droopy eye. And just like Jackie, the body is basically the same with every other Jazwares plush. It's the same dress as well. The only thing is, I also added withering on there, because her dress apparently has withering. I mean, I only found it out after looking at the models, because I actually haven't played Secret of the Mimic yet. So most of these characters I had to like search up their names, because I knew Jackie's name but I didn't know Nurse Dolly's name. So I added the withering, and it would probably work like Namra Chica's bib, where the withering is like printed and mainly on the bottom. So Tiger Rock is a similar case to Jackie and Nurse Dolly, except instead of giving him a taller head, I made him have a wider head. And I also made his muzzle wider as well as giving him an open mouth. And for some reason, when Jazwares made their Namra Bonnie plush, they didn't bother to give him whiskers. And if they ever made a white tiger plush, I wouldn't really expect them to have whiskers, but I still hope they would at least try to give him whiskers. And the tufts on the side of his head and on his chin, they would probably be like flat pieces of minky, I believe that's what they use. And yeah, it wouldn't really look nice, but I figured that would probably be like the best way they could do it. because if they stuffed it like Nightmare Foxy's the tufts, I don't think it would look as good. And once again, the body is basically the same as the other Jazwares plushies. And I am gonna be honest, this plush is probably the easiest, like, Secret of the Mimic plush, at least, to make for this video. And for White Tiger, the eyes would probably make it, like, stand out a bit compared to the other plushies, because at least for the other plushies for Secret of the Mimic that I drew, they at least had pretty small eyes, but Tiger Rock has like humongous eyes. But it's not the biggest change to a Jazwares plush, so I don't think it would really stand out that much. That's all the concepts I have for today's video. As I mentioned earlier, I will be making the part 3, which will release later this week. And yeah, I do already have almost all the concepts done. There's just one that I haven't drawn yet. But anyways, that's all for this video, and I'll see you guys next time.